Now, let us try to develop a word hunt game using jQuery UI. So this is the interface of the word hunt game. We are displaying the rules in a dialog, and when we click OK, we are seeing this interface. If you have already enrolled in my jQuery course, you might have seen a recent educational announcement on a new project added, and it is also a word search game. So I'm using the same logic for implementing the basic interface of this game, that is to display the letters and also the words as a hint. I'm using the same logic which I have used to develop the word search game in my jQuery course. But here, for selecting the words, I am using jQuery UI's selectable interaction and also making use of jQuery UI's dialog widget. That is why I have added the same word hunt game as a project in my jQuery course as well as in my jQuery UI course, because in this word hunt game, we are making use of jQuery UI's widgets and interactions. It is implemented in a different way in my jQuery course. So this is the word hunt game. This is how our interface will look like. The words to be searched will be displayed here, and we need to find the words from this grid of letters. So as soon as I drag my mouse like this, I can select the letters. If it is correct, then in this list it will be ticked. So I can find the word duck here. If I select it and release my mouse, it is displayed in green color and get a tick just next to that. And here also it is getting displayed in green color. Okay. Next, let me try to find some other word. If it is a wrong word, nothing happens. Got is here. See, it got a tick and also it is getting displayed in green color. Next, hen is here. It is also getting a tick. Then the word dog is here. The words will be actually displayed horizontally or vertically, as we will be able to use the selectable interaction to select either horizontally or vertically. If we want to display the words, that is the letters of a word diagonally, that is also possible. I have done it in my jQuery course project, but here I haven't implemented it. If you want, we can implement it on our own. If you want to select a word diagonally, you cannot do it at a stretch. You will have to select it one by one like this. Suppose you click Shift or Command key, then select them. You can select, but I haven't implemented the diagonal selection in this project. So the words will be displayed either horizontally or vertically. Let me try to find out the remaining words as well. Cow. Then we have to find the word cat. C. The word tiger is here. The word cat is here. The word peacock is here. The word lion is here. Now once all the words are found out, we are getting a message, success. Wow, you have done it. Do you want to play it again? If we click yes, it will be displayed again. And at any stage, if you want to reset the game, you can do that. Suppose I selected two words and I want to reset the game. I can click reset and the game will start again. So this is the word hunt game we are going to develop from scratch using jQuery UI's selectable interaction and dialog widget. So let's see how to develop this word hunt game from scratch. To develop this, I have already saved a web page and added the title word hunt and also added reference to the latest jQuery and jQuery UI files. Next, let us add the required elements. Let me first add a main div with ID container, and within this I want to have a reset button. So I am adding it within an unordered list. So UL ID buttons, and let me add the button as an li element, that is a list item, button with ID btn reset, okay, and text reset. And after this I want to have two div elements. One is to display the words, that is as a hint I want to display the words to be searched, and Another one is to display the letters, right? So let me name it as div with ID grid. It is a grid of letters in fact. So this is for displaying the words that are to be searched, and this is to display the grid of letters. Then after this, I want to display a div element which is for dialogue. So we are going to display messages like rules or success within this dialogue. So I have added the ID as message for this div element. So we have the required elements in the body section now. Next, let us try to style them so that we will be able to see them correctly. Okay. So first let me style the container. So after this, let me add the style tag for adding CSS, and within this let me first access the main container. So hash container, and I plan to have 12 rows and 12 columns for the grid, and the words to be displayed on the left hand side and the grid to be displayed on the right hand side. So let me first set the width and height for this. So let the width of the container be 810 px. Let the height be 650 px, and I want to center it. So margin 0 px auto. Okay. Then let me style these unordered list with ID buttons. So let me specify hash buttons. I don't want to have the bullet points. So list style type to be none, so that no bullet points will be displayed. Otherwise, these list items will be having bullet points, as this is an unordered list. And I want to display it in the center. So let me specify text align to be center. Okay. Next, let me style this button. So let me specify hash btn reset. And for this button, let me specify a width of 100 px, border of 1 px solid black, then border radius of 5 px just to have some rounded corners. Okay. Then let me set a font size of say 20 px and also a padding of 5 px just to have some gap between the border and the content, that is the text. Now we have styled the reset button as well. Next, let us style the words div element and also the grid div element. So let me access hash words. Let me set a width of say 200 px. We have set a total width of 810 px, and I'm just specifying a width of 200 px because we want to display just the words, right? Then let me set a height of say 575 px. We have set the total height as 650, right? So I'm specifying 575 px here for the words section, that is for the words div element. Let me specify a border of 1 px solid black. Then let me set a font size of say 28 px, and I want to display the words in the center. So I am specifying text align to be center, and also I want to display this div element, that is the div element which contains the words, on the left hand side. So I am specifying float to be left. Okay, and I am also specifying a color for the text. If you want to display it in black color, no need to specify this. I am specifying a different color, dark olive green, as the color of the text, that is the color of the words. Okay, so we have set these many properties for the words div element. Next we have the grid, that is where we are going to display the letters. So hash grid. For this as well, let me set the same height, that is height of 575 px itself, and let me set a width of 575 px itself because I want to display it as a square. Okay, then I want to have it displayed on the right hand side, so I am specifying float to be right. Now just to see it, let me add a border as well. We will later remove it because we will have small div elements to represent the letters within this grid div element. So for the time being, let me specify 1px solid black. Now let me save this. See, this is how the web page is now looking like. We have two div elements. This is to display the words and this is to display the letters, and we are also seeing the reset button. Next, we want to display the rules as and when the page is loaded, and also we need to have the words here and the letters here and implement the main logic for this game. We will do it in the next lecture. Now we have the basic elements required. Next, we need to add the letters within this and also the words within this. We will do it in the next lecture.